According to Agra, millions of small and medium-sized enterprises are currently driving a quiet revolution across Africa's agricultural sector. Basically, they're connecting smallholder farmers to commercial markets at an unprecedented rate. Now, it says the majority of Africa's crops flow through private sector value chains managed by these SME businesses. And these companies purchase commodities directly from smallholder farmers and then process, package, transport, and sell food products to the urban and rural consumer. Now, a company called Zabuni has created a wholesale platform that provides Kenyan coffee farmers with direct access to the North American market. The firm is currently providing high-quality, fresh roasted and ethically sourced specialty Kenyan coffee to the U.S. fast-growing home roasting demographic. Well, joining us now with more insight into the critical role of MSMEs is founder and CEO of Zabuni, Laban Njuguna. Great to have you with us on the show today, Mr. Njuguna. Now, of course, I'd like to start off with the fact that Zabuni says that its special coffee is a collective effort between coffee farmers, the company itself, and of course, the buyers and consumers in markets like North America. Give us a sense of how so.
Well, thanks for having me, Uche. Zabuni was basically born to be able to shorten this value and supply chain to the benefit of growers. As you know, here in sub-Saharan Africa, a lot of times the farmers have been disenfranchised from the process. So you'll end up finding that people on the other end of the value and supply chain do rather well for themselves, but the farmers who put in a lot of work growing this coffee left out of the good part of the process, which is the economic dividends. So when we were looking into this and how we can make a difference in this sector, what we came to find out was that, if we're able to make this supply and value chain a little bit more efficient and a little bit more innovative and forward-looking, then that's going to be beneficial to both our farmers here in Kenya and in the region as well.
Now, your wholesale and auction platform actually serves commercial roasters nationally and internationally with that specialty green coffee. But can you take us through the value chain that brings this specialty coffee from farm to cup, so to speak?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the supply chain of coffee is a little bit convoluted. It is inefficient and very long. And all we wanted to do was be a bridge between that producer, the roaster or the buyer in the market, and the consumer. And that's exactly what we were able to do. We consolidated a lot of these areas that we have people saying they're adding value, but are truly not adding any value, so that what goes back to the farmer can be, a little bit more. So we just shortened this supply chain, made sure that what we get to the roasters in the market is the best quality coffee. As you know, sub-Saharan Africa, or this East African neighborhood, produces the best coffee in the world. And being able to roast that fantastically and get it to the coffee consumers in the market. And we've largely been able to achieve that. And it's been good for the farmers.
Well, I'm curious to get your take, because at the ongoing Africa Food Systems Forum, stakeholders there are basically saying that there's a growing trend of inclusive agribusiness investments that pretty much prioritize the integration of smallholder farmers. I'm curious to know what your take is on that as a player in the sector. What's your take on the progress made so far in this area, and of course the challenges that still exist?
Yeah, thank you for that question. There's been progress. We cannot sit and say there's not been progress in this value chains and in the MSME space. There's been progress, but there's a lot more that we can be able to do. We're still very inefficient in how we get produce from the farmer to the cup. And so from my perspective, we just need to keep working at making things a lot more efficient, being able to get things to market faster, and also employing a lot of these technologies that are available. Many times there's a big problem with access to credit here and being able to implement some of these systems and structures. But with time and as we keep working and onboarding more people, We're seeing that we're being able to move things faster. We're creating relationships with the market. We're creating relationships with consumers. We're educating them. And so we're playing a key role here in being able to sensitize the masses on what it means to have a good cup of coffee and have an ethical process as well.